Hello, my name is Pete. I'm part of the organisation Gangs Can Kill. I'm here today to talk to you about the dangers of gang violence and how each of you can change the future of society and how every decision you make can alter the future of your lives. Now I'm guessing you'll be saying, what does this guy know about gang violence? Well, I can say I have experienced and know more than my fair share. My past is not something to be proud of, and nor is it something I'd bring up in conversation, but it is something I must share to educate young people and bring about an awareness of its dangers. I used to be in a gang myself. We were all young and naive, always kidding ourselves about the fun we thought we were creating. Every night we'd go to the Corova milk bar and do drugs until we couldn't walk. When we were experiencing our violent alter egos, we'd find innocent people and torture them. We didn't specifically target certain victims, it could have been someone very close to our family. We were so delusional on drugs, it almost didn't matter. They could be women, children, old men, drunks, or even educated scholars. We would leave our victims crying in agony, bleeding on the side of the road like animals. Many of the people who experienced our violence could have died from blood loss. Some could have killed themselves through sheer fear of what society was creating, and the options were endless at the time. I was fortunate. I found the perfect wife and set up a family and made sure my children didn't make the same mistakes. My ex-gang member, Alex, was not so fortunate. He served 16 years in prison for manslaughter. At the time, Alex was 16, and I'm older than some of you. If we'd been caught for all our other violent crimes, I myself would be serving a similar time. So you're probably wondering, what happened to Alex after he left prison? Well, you see, without any qualifications, money, food or friends, Alex was truly alone. His family couldn't even bear to look at him without disgrace and shame. To even survive, Alex had to continue to steal from shops and attempt to keep living. He died 2 weeks after his release from prison after being shot by his ex-rival gang from unfinished business. Now, I'm probably guessing the reason some of you join or want to join gangs is to feel a sense of belonging, a sense of family. Now, I wanted these emotions. At the time, your gang claims that they've always got your back, but if they get offered a reasonable amount of money, they won't think twice about putting your life to an end and stabbing you in the back. The important thing to realise is that there is always another option, whether it be to take up a hobby, to occupy your time, or to realise that drugs were the only thing you had in common with your gang. The first step to reducing gang violence is accept that it is wrong. If they were your true friends or brothers, they wouldn't want you to suffer life in prison and a continuous cycle of poverty and drugs, like my friend Alex did. The question I want you all to answer now is, what can I do to change gang violence? I'm afraid this isn't a simple answer. To truly escape gang violence, you must physically remove yourself from every contact or memory which reminds you of your past in a gang. You must follow these 5 steps. This will prevent any nostalgic thoughts of your gang coming back to you. This way your gang cannot contact you and you are not tempted to contact them. A new you could change the way you perceive yourself. They are the people that can help you the most, as they can advise you further. Go to see a counsellor and talk about the problems that gang violence brought to you. I see a world where nobody suffers the effects and guilt of gang violence. Nobody should have to endure the living nightmare I do. It is my job to ensure that none of you continue or turn to a life of gang violence and experience a similar fate to my friend Alex.